So welcome again to our 9 Coaches session. And for today, so 20th of November, we have Coach DJ. But before that, of course, we would like to thank our PH certified coaches with us here. We have Coach Santa in the house and also Coach DJ. So we have our 9 coaches with us. And it's just so amazing, guys, right? That we have already completed the first 3 weeks and now coming off to the 4th week. And we have our last week next week with Coach Sarah Salcedo-Rubin on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., Bridging Your Soul's Vision and Its Manifestation. And on Saturday next week, on 27th of November, we have Coach Carrie Dell from New Zealand. And she'll be talking about pathogens, how they thrive in your bodies, and how we can eliminate them. So you already have the schedule, guys. And we are off to our last 2 sessions for next week. And a quick recap on our gift drive, donation drive for the kids of SOS Children's Villages in Philippine Pesos. We have already raised 154,284. So that's as of today, Saturday. And for Coach DJ's benefit, if we're going to convert it to ringgit, so Malaysian ringgit, so this would be 12,782 ringgit. So thank you. Wow. Yes. So thank you very much, everyone, especially to you, Coach DJ, because you really, truly boosted our campaign. So our drive for the kids of SOS Children's Villages. So without further ado, we're going to introduce Coach DJ. So for the topic for today is about relax, heal trauma, and release weight. Coach DJ is a Kundalini Yoga and Meditation practitioner, a Gestalt Psychotherapist, Family Constellation Facilitator, a certified WILDFIT Coach as well, and the Richard Trauma Process. Bring it on, Coach Santa.
Coach DJ has been on a wellness journey for more than 15 years, exploring many modalities, and for the most effective, she has deepened her understanding to become a practitioner so she can share and empower the people who are ready.
Okay, so she is a practitioner in Kundalini Yoga and Meditation, practicing and teaching since 2005, and Gestalt Psychotherapist since 2008, Family Constellation Facilitator to 2014, Certified WILDFIT Coach since 2020, and the Richard Trauma Process or TRTP in training on 2021. Yes, Coach Santa.
She's a practitioner in Kundalini Yoga and Meditation, practicing and teaching since her approach is holistic, as each modality provides a powerful opportunity to connect the mind, body, and spirit. Her sessions and classes are joyful and full of light. She is a master of holding space so you can explore your own inner truth. Feel empowered and at your best. Wow.
Wow. Yes. So Coach DJ is a mother of 2 daughters, married and lives in Melbourne, Australia after living for 11 years in Malaysia. So without further ado, guys, let's all welcome with a virtual round of applause, Coach DJ. Over to you, Coach.
Okay. Thanks for that lovely introduction. And it's so nice to see all of you. And if you can be on camera, that would be great to actually see your face. So thanks, Roselle, for doing that. And Jerry, good to see you coming on. All right. So I did my WILDFIT 90-day challenge in 2019, the first one. And I released 10 kilos and then went on to release another 10 kilos. And it was just like, wow, this really works. I want to be a coach and share it. And since then, since 2020, I've been a WILDFIT coach. And what I have found in that time is there's some people that have struggled to release weight, even by doing the program. And so what I've been doing is investigating reasons why and how people can continue to keep it off. And I have found that trauma plays a big part in that, being able to keep the weight off. And I'm going to talk about that over the next hour and share with you what I have experienced and what I've noticed, and also what I've learned to just try and help people be their best. And so, are you all WILDFIT graduates here, or you all know
Not
what?
All.
Not all. Okay. Okay, so most of you will know how great WILDFIT is, and some of you are in spring now, so I hope you are enjoying that. Now, as we go through, you don't need to know a lot about what WILDFIT, but it would be nice to use the weight release as the context. So let's all start with our healing journey for ourselves. So we have a T. And one side is we are not well. The other side, we are well. What would you choose? Well, right? You can put it in the chat if you like. Or maybe you're a victim on one side, or you could choose to be a victor. Who would choose victor? Victor, yes? Yes. Victory. So that is what we are choosing. And now, whose responsibility is it to be well and to experience victory? You can put that in the chat too. Whose responsibility is it? Me, yes. Glory, yep, myself. Okay, good. So you know that it is your responsibility for this. It's not your husband's or your wife's or your mum's or your dad's. We are responsible for our own healing journey. And I know for myself, I was putting on that weight back in 2000. Freddie, that's right. I was putting on that weight, and people were saying, you're going to do something about it, but I had no idea what to do. I wasn't ready. And then I found the WILDFIT program, and it kind of worked for me. I can do this. I can do it. It was a structure. It was amazing. And I took responsibility, and I had those great results. And I'm sure you all have your own very interesting story of how you came to WILDFIT and what you achieved. So this is how we come to things. We come to them when we are ready, and we succeed in them when we are ready. It doesn't work if we're not ready. So you always have to ask yourself, am I ready to be well? Am I ready for victory? Am I ready for whatever WILDFIT or whatever it is that you are doing? So that's the number one thing for success. So now let's just do a little experiment about going into the future of where we are going for that victory and for that wellness. So I'm going to share with you now a breath that is amazing for people that experience anxiety. And it's a breath that just allows you to take in more air and return to calm. And so if you just sit nicely with your feet on the ground, the back straight. And so people will say to you, take a deep breath. And if you feel anxious, taking a deep breath is not all that easy. And if you're a bit of a perfectionist and they say take a deep breath and you can't take a deep breath, then it even creates more anxiety. So this breath, we just take 4 little sniffs in. So it's like 4 sniffs in through the nose, and then we exhale 4 sniffs out. So you can feel the breath coming in from the belly, and then exhaling. So it's 4 sniffs in and 4 sniffs out. So just try that now. Hopefully you're all trying with me. And can you notice that as you are doing this, you're taking in deeper and deeper breaths? So just continuing on for a little bit longer, letting our bodies come to calm, feeling centered. Now, with these breaths, they only work if you do them. So I hope you're all doing it at home. And now let's just take a nice, big, deep breath. And notice how much breath comes in then after doing that experience. And then holding the breath and then exhaling and just closing your eyes. So close your eyes and just imagine. Just imagine it's a few months down the road and you have gone to that place of wellness, victory, and all the things that you needed healing for in this moment have been healed. They're behind you. And just imagine, after all this is gone, what will you feel like? And as you start to feel, just notice the sensations. Really feel like you're in the future. Excellent. Feel it in the heart center. And exhaling. Great. So this is where you're going, and you are going to love this. So just embrace it and open your eyes, and maybe you could just write 1 or 2 things in the chat, because when we share, it starts to really allow the manifestation to come into the space. So it might be freedom, you might feel healthier, you might feel whatever it is that you might feel. You can share it in the chat. Just 1 or 2 words is fine. Joy, love. Okay, you're all shy. Victorious, happy, confident, joy, lovely. Reward. Yes, reward is really important. It's something that, keeps us going throughout. So feeling great, cheerful, wonderful. Okay, so you're all going to a really beautiful place. So really embrace that, and self-love is just coming into this space. And so now I want to share with you how you can get there. Well, you're already going there because you've felt it. You've already gone into the future. You've imagined it. But I just want to share with you about the conscious mind and the unconscious mind. So you're all sitting on a chair, right? And that chair is in a room. And so your chair represents the conscious mind, and the room that you're in is representing the unconscious mind. So the chair is about 5%, just like the conscious mind is only 5% of how our mind works. And then the unconscious mind, or the room, is 90 to 95% of the time it is being used. So even when we are consciously wanting something, like to lose weight, and the unconscious mind doesn't agree with it, guess what's going to happen? The unconscious mind will win every time. We'll not be able to lose weight until the unconscious mind agrees, then it's safe to do so. So the unconscious mind, it's running every heartbeat, every chemical reaction, every electrical response in our body. It's running the circumstances of our lives. And so we have these things in our unconscious that are our unconscious beliefs. And has anyone here ever experienced self-sabotage? Like, okay, I'm going to finish WILDFIT and I'm going to stay in spring until Christmas. Has anyone done that? And then next week they're not in spring, and they're like, a lot of my clients are like that too. So they'll finish, I'll be in spring, and then we'll do a back to spring program like this, and it'll be like, okay, who's been in spring since you finished? And it's like, no, I never did. So there's a self-sabotage there. And so where does this self-sabotage come from? So even before we were born, when we were conceived, and how our mum's pregnancy was, was very fundamental in creating our unconscious core beliefs, our birth. If we were born like with the cord around our neck or a breech birth or something like that, we come into the world thinking the world is not a safe place. And so then whatever happens between we were born to when we're about 7, we start to take these unconscious beliefs. We start to take these beliefs on that go into our unconscious. And so what that can look like is that to comfort myself, I need to have an ice cream, or that I am stupid because my grade 1 teacher told me I was stupid and I didn't know anything. And so everything continues throughout our lives to agree with that thought and with that unconscious belief. And this is where the self-sabotage comes. Even if we have a very conscious idea of where we want to go and what we want to do, if the unconscious is not agreeing, the sabotage comes in. So it's very important to have both of them in alignment. And you must be thinking, how on earth can I do that? The unconscious is the unconscious. And I'm going to share with you in a moment on how we can do that. So we can do it. We can do it. And it creates a lot of changes in our lives when we do start to shift those unconscious beliefs. And so what we want to do is change them to the positive. Now, the problem with most therapies is that they're only working with the conscious mind. So it's like cognitive behavioral therapy or affirmations, things like that. We're only just saying like, I am enough, I am good, I want this, I want that. So it's like an affirmation. Has anyone here used affirmations? I can't see you all, but yeah. If you have used affirmations, you may have had varied success with them. And so in the TRTP and the Richard's trauma process, we actually go from backwards. We go into the being, and then we move through into the thinking. So how do we move into the being? And really the language of the unconscious mind is the imagination. And we all dream at night. We all have fantasies and things like that. And these are the things that help us change the unconscious mind. And I want to give you an example now of how powerful our imagination is. So now you can close your eyes and just imagine. Just imagine you have a lemon in your hand. It's a plump lemon, obviously so full of juice, fresh. With the other hand, you feel this lemon. There's a familiar lump on the end, the pointy bit. But have you ever noticed all the little dimples, the little dips all over it? And you scratch it. And you bring it up to your nose and you take a big whiff. Ah, so fresh, lovely. And you put it down on the chopping board and you cut it in half. And it's so juicy and drippy. You cut a wedge off. You know what you're going to do now. You bring it up to your mouth and you sink your teeth into its juicy flesh. And you suck out all of that juice. Ah, it's so sour. It nearly makes your eyes water. And so now just stop and open your eyes. And in the chat, or if you want to say how you experienced that, what happened to you? Started salivating, absolutely. Yeah. And so this is us using our imagination, and we can experience a bodily sensation, like we actually start salivating in our mouths. And I also do, when I always explain that, the saliva starts to come in. And we may see what happens, or we may feel it. We may just get a sense of it. And all of those things are correct. Usually, yeah, people see it in their own way, but often they'll experience the saliva in their mouth. And to know that this can happen also allows us to know that when we start to use our imagination and the unconscious mind in an effective way, that we can start to create changes in our body. And this is a power that we have, but of course we have to practice it. So what I wanted to share with you now is how humans work. And there's a cell biologist that was working in the 60s and 70s. His name is Bruce Lipton. And he proved that cells only have two switches. There's shutdown survival, or thriving and growing. And there's nothing in between. You're either shut down survival or thriving and growing. Okay, Glory loves Bruce Lipton. Awesome. And so there's nothing in between. It's the one or the other. And so how are these switches turned on and off? It is switched on and off from environmental factors. And our environment includes what's between here, our ears, the environment of our family, the environment of our friends, workplace, our geographic location, and this switches us from on and off, and it determines whether we thrive or merely survive, whether we're going to be a victim or victory, or well or unwell. So this is what we want to look at, is, are we satisfying both of those switches, and which one are we more drawn towards? And so when we look at the shutdown survival, we think of things like toxic relationships, toxic conversations, toxic workplaces, toxic people, toxic diets, and all of these toxins put us into the shutdown survival. And when we're in WILDFIT, we are really nourishing ourselves, and we are thriving and growing. And we eat healthy food, we remove all the toxins, and we also get the environmental factors that support us to thrive and survive. And this will include having like Coach Glory, Coach Santa. You have a coach, you have a team of like all of you around you. You have people that are thinking the same things. You also have the structure of the program. All of these things are really helping us to thrive and grow. And then what happens when we come out of the program, we sometimes struggle to continue that thriving and growing because we're not in the environmental cocoon that WILDFIT manages, and our unconscious mind hasn't kind of caught up with our goals, and so the sabotage starts to creep in. And so all of how we're thinking and how we are supporting ourselves in our environment all leads to us and our success of that I am ready. And we need to understand all these different components so we can get the best of I am ready and not experience this self-sabotage. And so now I'm showing you a few things, then we're going to go into an experience. And so now I'm going to show you a slide. Here we go. There we are. So I forgot to show you this before. Okay, so this is what we're doing today. Okay, So now I'm going to just show you the trauma cycle. And here we are down here as a normal, everyday person, feeling calm. And then a dog or someone might jump out. We come up and feel a bit anxious, but then we can self-regulate and go back down and then continue on our journey. And then maybe another small little fright, come up and then come back down and self-regulate. And we kind of stay quite balanced. Now, if we've experienced a significant trauma, we come up, and then to come down, we might have to go and meditate in a cave for a week, and then we'll come up, and then we might stay up there. And now I want to explain what happens when we are up here. And so up here is fight, flight, and freeze. And this is a hyper-aroused anxiety state. And when we are in this state, our brain, our frontal lobe and our instinctual brain separate. And the hippocampus, which is responsible for our memories, whoops, what happened there? For our memories, is unable to store that the trauma or the experience that you have just experienced is over. And so if this happened when you were 5 years old, it's going to continue to stay in your mind that I am not safe until we can turn it off. So it's still happening at 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, however old you are, that experience is still happening. And so what happens when we're in the trauma? So when there's this distressing event, we start to produce adrenaline and cortisol. It causes our heart rate to increase, and it diverts all the circulation away from our major organs, such as and goes into the legs and the arms. So this gets us ready to fight or flee. And so what happens at this time is our digestive system shuts down, because if we're being chased by a tiger, we definitely don't need to digest our lunch. And our immune system also shuts down. And so everything is on our immediate need to survive. And we can finish digesting our lunch later, and we can go back to fighting an infection later when we're out of danger. And so what I see with clients around this is particularly the clients that I attract are ones that have trouble absorbing the food that they eat and taking the nourishment out of it. And that is really about not having enough, like the digestive system has shut down. It's not nourishing because it's in this fight, flight response. And so even though the trauma may have happened a long time ago, what happens is that it continues to be playing out, and then it builds up like a pressure balloon. And you may have experienced, I'll just turn this off now. Oh no, I'll just do it here. You may have experienced that you get triggered. And so you might be just like normally just making the lunch or something for your kids or doing something that's quite normal, but then something just like snaps you from 0 to 100, and then you've lost your temper, or you feel anxious and you're not sure why. And this is really like a trauma response. It's just like, oh my God, something is happening. I am not safe. So how do we move from I am not safe to it's over and I'm safe now, which is really what we want to experience. So in the TRTP process, we shut off these things which are a bit like videotape loops. Whoops, I'll turn that off. They're a bit like videotape loops that are going on in our mind. So we use the power of imagination to switch off the videotape loop, and then the body returns to calm. I am safe now. And those things that triggered you just suddenly don't trigger you anymore. And since I did the Richard's trauma process, I see my husband and he'll say something. I think, that's weird. That always used to make me really annoyed. And then suddenly it just doesn't. And that's the power of this process. It just takes out the fire from your experience. And so your body is calm. You can nourish yourself with the food that you eat. You don't need to do the things that are destructive or punishing for yourself. So it's a pretty amazing experience, and to achieve it is very relaxing and quite surprising too. So now we're going to go and have an experience of aligning our unconscious mind and our conscious mind together, so we can feel in our whole being some conscious choices. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is to stand up. So if you can all stand up. Okay, great. And I want you to just stand at attention, like you are, like, you know how they tell you to stand up at school? Stand up straight. So stand up straight and really feel yourself lifting up, and take your hands and just bring your hands onto your chest, and just notice that when you're standing up straight like that, what happens to your body. Okay. So hopefully you're feeling when you do that, standing up straight, and you push, you fall back, right? Are you getting that experience? I'll show you. So it's like you stand up like this, standing up straight, and then you push, and then you go back. Okay, so that is our energy being up very high and it's not contained. So now we're going to drop our energy. And so now I want you to just bend your knees a little and feel the energy coming down into your legs. And we'll lift up our arms for a minute. Take a nice big inhale and then exhale. And just feel the energy very low. And now take your hands and push yourself back. And just notice that you don't go back. This is a really strong dropped energy place. And when you are in this energy, animals respond to you. They know you're serious. Children respond to you. It's an experience that allows you to have an authority because your energy is dropped. You're very grounded. And this also brings your unconscious mind and your conscious mind into alignment. And so now, as you drop your energy, stay there. We're going to say some I choose statements. So I'm going to say something, and then you're going to repeat after me. I'll just put you, Jerry, can you go on mute? Because we're going to speak out loud. You might feel embarrassed. Okay. And so we're going to say from our guts with this dropped energy, and you're going to feel that this is you making a really conscious, good choice for yourself to be the victor. So now you say, I choose to know. And really feel that dropped energy. I choose to know. You really feel it from your guts. Just because I can. And just repeat after me, because that's my power. I get to choose. Nobody else. Therefore, I choose to know in every cell of my body, in every atom, in every part of me, right through my soul, I choose to know that I matter. Yes, I matter. I choose to know that I deserve to be treated with care and respect. And I vow to treat me with the care and respect I so richly deserve. Take a deep breath, feel that dropped energy, just because I can, and just because I matter. Really feel it. And I choose to know that I do not deserve to suffer. I do not deserve to be punished. I choose to know that it's safe. It's safe for me to stop punishing myself. It's safe for me to stop making myself suffer. I choose to know it's safe for me to choose life. I choose to know that I deserve a good life. I choose to know that I'm a good person. Now really feel it. Say it. Good. With a good heart. Deserving a good life. No more shutdown survival. No more just existing. I choose life. Just because I can. Because I deserve a good, rich, wonderful life. I choose to know that I am good. Keep the energy dropped. And being good, I deserve all that is good. I choose to know that all is good finds me. From this moment, I am a magnet for all that is good. Good health finds me. I choose to know that I deserve to be healthy. It's now safe for me to be healthy. I choose to know it's safe for me to be my ideal weight. Really feel that. I choose to know it's safe for me to be my ideal size. I choose to know that it's safe for me to be my ideal shape. It's safe for me to eat healthy food and look after myself. I choose to know that I matter. Yes, I matter. I am enough. I choose to know that I am more than enough, whatever size I am. I choose to know that it's safe to experience food freedom. I choose to know I can experience victory. And just a little bit more, really feel dropping your energy. I choose to know that it's safe for me to have success. It's safe for me to be seen and heard. And I have a lot to say. And it's good. I choose to know that I deserve to be listened to. And from this moment, I will listen to me. I choose to know that it's safe. It's safe to stand out and be outstanding. I choose to know that I do not have to be invisible in order to be safe. I choose all of this just because I can. I am that powerful. I get to choose. And take a nice deep breath. And feel that all the cells are coming to alignment for you to have whatever you choose. And if there's something else you choose, say it for yourself now. I choose. And fill in the blank. I choose to know it's safe for me. And feel it. Great. And then you can put your hands up in victory. Woohoo! And just releasing anything that is old and not maybe in Shutdown Survival. Just shake, 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 shake. Good. Like a duck shaking his wings after he's made a big change. Good, good, good. All right. And you can also move your shoulders up and down and come and sit down. And I hope you feel powerful. If anyone would like to share a comment in the chat or turn on their mic and share, that would be great. So what I encourage you to do, you felt empowered. Awesome. Yes. Okay, I'm glad to hear that, because that is both parts of you coming into alignment. And yes, when you drop your energy, you have that power. So what I encourage you to do is drop your energy and just say some I choose statements to yourself. If you just say, I am enough, now you can say, I am enough. And then now feel it when you say, I choose to know that I am enough. Can you feel the difference? It's just like, I am enough. And then there's a part of you that goes, oh, I don't think so. I think there's some other problems here that need to be fixed. But when you say, I choose to know that it's safe for me to know that I am enough, it allows every aspect of you to come into playing and being. So try I choose statements with any aspect of your life where you feel that there is some duality or there's something that is worrying you. Just say, I choose to know. I choose to know the answer for this. I choose to, whatever it is you need, use this as a tool to bring your whole being into alignment. So it's very easy, and it's something that the unconscious mind and the conscious mind can come together and be in alignment with. So now we're just going to finish with a 5-5-5 breath, and then I'll take any questions if you have any questions. Now, 5-5-5 breath we do in our WILDFIT journey. So for the people that haven't done it before, I'm going to teach it to you now, but we're going to supercharge it. So we're going to take our fingers, and these fingers are pathways to different aspects of our brain. And so we're going to join them together like this. So as we do this, we're actually opening up those pathways to the breath, to the brain. And it's working with our nervous system. And we push the fingers together. We look beyond the tip of the nose and into the hole in between the fingers. And we're going to inhale for 5 seconds through the nose. So start to inhale now. Hold the breath for 5, then exhaling for 5. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. And just continuing with that breath. And we'll just do one more repetition. And together we'll inhale. And then exhale. Opening and closing the hands above the head. And exhale. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale down. And just sitting in silence for a moment. Just feeling the sensations in the body. Feeling calm. Feeling safe. And knowing that you deserve every success. And I am going to take a gift from my heart and pass it to you so you can receive this gift. So taking the gift, and there we go. Take it into your hands like this, and you can open the gift and see what it is that you need. And whatever comes to your heart for the first time is what that gift is. Waheguru. All right. And I'd love to hear some of your voices if you have any questions or any comments or any experience that you'd like to share.
Hi, Coach DJ. So the gift that I have received is about self-care. So, I have one question. So for the Richard's trauma process, when you say drop the energy, do we mean to say that drop the brainwave frequency from beta to alpha? Is that what it means?
No, it's dropping the feeling in the body. So like I said, when we were standing up and we stand to attention and we push like ourselves, we're a pushover. We don't want to be a pushover. We want to drop our energy and feel really solid and stuck on the ground. And then we push ourselves, and we're not a pushover. We are solid. We are taking up space, and we are in our own self-authority.
Oh, I see. So what it means is taking up the space, taking responsibility of your space.
Yeah, that's it. We're feeling it. It's not like we're off in the clouds or anything. We're grounded. We're here. We're solid.
Okay, because usually we hear things like, "Hey, increase your energy" or "raise your energy." So that's why I was quite curious when you say "drop your energy." so so that is what it means. So that means establishing healthy boundaries. Is that what we are trying to say?
Yeah, it's a really good point because yeah, you're right. It's like, let's increase the energy and elevate. And I am very good at that. And I love meditating and being off in the clouds and the heavens and things like that. But when we're off in that high energy, but we're not grounded, people cannot hear us. It's very difficult to connect. But when we connect like the heaven and the earth, which is usually in our heart center, and we are here solidly on this planet, that's when we can really engage in meaningful, true connections. And that's what we're doing by dropping our energy and saying, I choose, is actually bringing the unconscious and the conscious mind together, because the feeling is, I am present, I am here, I'm serious about this, I'm taking responsibility, and I choose this for myself. So it's not, I choose to know I'm good, kind of thing like that. You can feel the difference, right? I choose to know that I am good. And then it's like, I choose to know that I am good. Like, which one actually is having the impact? So
it's like giving a level of seriousness to it.
Yeah.
And then also so that means we do it by standing up and then bending our knees a little bit.
Yeah. So we stand up and we just slightly bend our knees, and we can feel the energy in our thighs. And it's like, we're just like solid. If someone came to push us over, we're not a pushover. It's just like, no, I am serious. It's just like when we start the WILDFIT journey, and it's like, yes, I am ready. I want it. I'm ready for change. And then, Eric says no changes that first week. So, so yeah, it's like that. I am ready. I want this. I choose this. And in every cell of my body, in every part of me, I choose good health. I choose to know I can be my ideal size. And so that self-sabotage doesn't start to creep in and go, I don't think so. And then we start doing things that are against what we choose.
Okay. So does it also include like looking at the root cause of the trauma, or immediately going into the part of choosing what you want to happen?
Okay, yeah. So today what we did was just like a very small snippet of the Richards trauma process. Now, to do the Richards trauma process, it's a 3-session process. And yeah, I can't go into the detail of doing it, because if I did, then you would try and do it at home and you can re-traumatize yourself. So you really need to have a practitioner that can help you turn off those videotape loops that I described through a supported and safe process. But what we did today was just like a warm-up for that, to actually experience what it's like and to make that change. So in the Richards trauma process, if you do the 3 sessions, the first session is all about unconscious core beliefs and changing them. The second session is about stepping into your power and turning off the videotape loops of the past events that have been distressing. And then the third session is about imagining the future and creating a path to where you are going. Now, some of my clients, like, they have been scared of heights, and they haven't been on the second level of a building. Sometimes they're so scared. And this one particular one just finished, and he's sending me all these photos on the 26th floor of a hotel right near the window in those big Melbourne eye things. And he's just like totally recovered from his fear of heights through this process. And that's just one example of what changes through this process. So yeah, it's so nice to see people really stepping into their power and having some of those fears and insecurities just disappear.
Okay, thank you, Coach DJ. Any other questions, Tribe?
Is there a question in the chat I didn't see? Okay, just I got around. Okay, well, it looks, I'll just put on my slide if people want to keep in touch.
Yeah.
There we
so
go.
How can we contact you, Coach DJ?
Yeah, so if anyone was interested in the Richard's trauma process and doing it for themselves, they can look at my website at the TRTP one. They can email me or they can check my social media as well, which we all have. Not many Dharamjots in the world, so if you search me, you'll find me, no problem. Yeah, so yeah, I really love talking to people that have done WILDFIT because I just know how serious you are about wellness, and you take the risk and the dedication to create lasting change. And I feel that the 90-day challenge is a challenge, and for anyone that has completed it, it's such an amazing testament to your own ability. Annalisa, you've got a question? Your hand raised.
No, I accidentally pressed it. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Well, nice to hear that you're there. So I'll just stop the share of this so I can see all your faces, and have a wonderful weekend. And thanks, Glory and Coach Glory and Coach Santa, for inviting me here today and to share just a little bit about what I know. And I hope it's been useful for you to understand how perhaps maybe distressing events have impacted on your own weight release journey, or perhaps your own health. So hopefully you found it useful, and I hope you find ways to align your unconscious and conscious mind to have the best life of victory that you deserve.
Yes, thank you very much, Coach DJ, for sharing to us, like, first the sniff. What do you call it? The sniff breathing technique?
Okay, so that one is called the 4-stroke breath.
Oh, okay.
And it's excellent for anxiety. So you inhale 4 strokes, exhale 4 strokes. And if you just do that for 2 or 3 minutes a day, you'll find that you are much more relaxed. And also, if you find it hard to take a big breath in, breathe out to breathe in. Rather than think about breathing in, focus on the exhale, and then you'll be able to inhale after that. So yeah, breathe out to breathe in.
Okay. So, and also would like to thank you also for sharing the how we manifest the trauma in our life. So because of the previous circumstances or experiences that we had, especially during our childhood, and how our body keeps a memory of those loops. So you call it the
like videotape loops.
Videotape. Okay, so I was writing it down. It's the videotape loops. So the brain or the conscious mind keeps on reliving the tapes.
Yeah, it keeps reliving them, and also it's also manifesting similar patterns. So if you've been told that you're stupid when you were young, you're going to keep creating situations throughout your life that you are stupid. Or if you are a person that has lots of accidents and you were told when you were a kid that you're going to be so many accidents, then you experience them throughout your life. And if you've been told that you're a fat kid, then you're going to continue to be that throughout the rest of your life. It's really tough. And so because we're always working with that unconscious belief, so it is very powerful to shift those unconscious beliefs.
Yeah, so that's why it's very important for us adults to only say what we mean and mean what we say, so especially to kids, so to younger people, because they have this tendency to just absorb like a sponge. So everything that we tell them, so they don't have yet that capability to sort out what is right and what is wrong. So they just take it all in.
That's exactly right, Gloria. Yeah, we have to be very careful with our children and empower them to feel their best.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach DJ. And
all right,
let's have a photo session with you first. So can you turn on your camera, Strive, and let's see your beautiful and handsome faces. And let's have a quick snapshot with Coach DJ. Okay. So
we have victory.
And I cannot put my hand because I'm taking the mouse.
Yeah, that's all right. We know that you're already victory.
3, 1, 2, and 3. Smile. Okay, one more time. Let me just use my phone. So wait a minute. Okay.
Okay, we can try another one.
Okay. And 1, 2, and 3. Smile. Okay, thank you very much, Coach DJ, for sharing to us. So what our subconscious mind can really do to our experience, and as well as the process that we can undo or reverse. So those limiting belief systems, and most especially, I really appreciate about you teaching us on the "I choose to" statement, and all those statements that really makes us feel empowered. So thank you very much for that, Coach DJ.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really want you to feel it. So that's why that's the best thing experience. So take care and have a great weekend.
Thank you. So
thanks again.
Thank Coach DJ Tribe. So give her a virtual round of applause, or you can also unmute yourself.
You.
Yes, and
thank you.
Say your
thank you,
Coach DJ. Yeah.
Thank you.
So for the WILDFIT graduates, see you again tonight, 7:30 p.m. So for our Week 5 enhancement, or last week. We're already on last week. Thank you very much, Coach DJ. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll leave now.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care. Bye.